if I'm James Harden, I can't expect them people to give me another 5 years for $250 million, dog. If I'm James Harden, I can't expect them people to give me another 5 years for $250 million, dog. I don't give a fuck what he promised me sitting at the dinner table. If I'm being honest, he tell me that shit, I'm leaving that meeting thinking he a fucking liar.
For sure, for facts.
If I'm being honest about putting everything on the table and having with myself, fuck having a conversation with anybody else. If I'm being honest with myself in this situation, everything that I've put on the table, the last 3 stops, everything that I've put on the table, why would somebody sign me up for another 5 for the maximum amount of money that they could possibly give me?
Because even
we're naive. To my point, we're naive.
We're naive, but we're still, if we just go off of the numbers, 22-11, 22-10, double-double, led the league in assists. I'm still worth that money.
Now, I'm actually riding with Kenyon Martin on this particular topic. Gilbert Arenas did make a good point because James Harden is probably feeling like, look, you know, I still have all-star numbers. You're going to give me a max contract. And furthermore, you promised me one. Now you're lying. But this is all about maturity here. First and foremost, let me say this. Maturity isn't something that you just get because you get older. Maturity is a conscious thing that you work at. You know what I mean? It takes effort to have maturity. And here we can really see that James Harden is being immature, and Kenyon Martin actually outlined that because he said, if James Harden being honest with himself, and let's be honest, okay, let's be frank. An aspect of maturity is honesty, to be honest with oneself. And if James Harden was honest with himself, he would clearly know that this isn't a game to play at the age he's at. No matter, listen, if his numbers was extraordinary, okay. But his numbers is borderline all-star worthy, okay? And he's using that as leverage, but it's not a good thing to do because he doesn't have a good work ethic. He's not showing up to practice. He's using the same playbook that he's always used to get out of town and get a new contract. And frankly, people are just tired of it. And this is where maturity comes in at, and I'm in alignment with Kenyon Martin. Because at any other job, basketball is still a job. Any sport is still a job. To say you're not going to show up when you're under contract getting paid, it's just really, it's not just immature, but you're also not considering your teammates. And the reason why I align with Kenyon Martin is because basketball is still a job. Any sport is still a job. You can't just say you're not going to show up and then expect to get paid. And the thing is, James Harden has been getting away with that because of the way the rules and the policies are within the NBA. But I think everybody is starting to get perturbed, starting to get a little bit frustrated with James Harden. And I don't really think anybody's going to give him what he wants. I mean, you already had Ime Udoka from Houston say he don't want James Harden. It's a struggle to get a deal made with the Clippers. All right, I don't know how much the Clippers really want him at all. What other team and coach around the league is going to want, this type of attitude? And aside from James Harden being immature, he's also inconsiderate because he's not even considering the coach, the fans, or even his teammates who has to go to war with him. And this is what his teammates, as well as the coach, has to deal with when you have a player under contract who's not showing up for work.
You obviously got the news that James wasn't here today. Just how does that impact you, like just moving forward as a team? Just how do you sort of compartmentalize and
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do. I'm not sure. But we had a good practice. We competed, went up and down a little bit. It's great for me because I'm still, coming back and I'm feeling myself. But I thought today was great.
Why he's not here?
Well, I think the organization has made it clear what's going on. They're working on stuff as we say day by day. So it's it. We had a really good practice today, very energetic with the guys that were here, and that's what we're focused on.
Does it ever reach, is there a point that it reaches where it's not day-to-day anymore and you just turn the page?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, listen, it doesn't. Again, it's been ongoing for a long time now. Even summer, fall workouts, training camp, etc. So again, like, I don't want to keep saying the same thing every day. But you know, I got a job to do with the guys that are here, and we just go to work. If that changes, we'll adjust.
But Nick, with him not being here, I guess the expectation is that he will not play tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unlikely that he plays tomorrow, but again, you never know what tomorrow morning may bring. We'll see.
You tired of asking these questions yet?
I'm okay. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's a it's a thing right here. But again, I give you the same answers. You know, I don't really like to give you the same answers all the time. But you understand. I think you guys all understand that. You know, this is a team, and we're trying to prepare it the best we can, and that's what we'll do. We're working really hard. Again.
Tyrese, on the JJ's podcast, you kind of commended James for being there and working hard at practice. Are you a little shocked that he's not here right now?
It's personal stuff they have, and we're just focusing on who's here right now. You know what I mean? We got a game in, I think, 8 days, 7 days. I have no idea. The Sixers media will post, and then soon they'll let me know. But that's what we're focusing on right now, man. We're trying to focus on getting better every single day. Whoever's in the gym, I mean, we got a game, we got a job to do, and the people that's here, we're focused on it.
So here you have two of the star players from the Philadelphia 76ers in Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, as well as the head coach, Nick Nurse, expressing themselves as it relates to the James Harden situation with him being a no-show at practice. Nick Nurse is hard-pressed to answer certain questions related to if he's going to play and, what's going to happen. And, I mean, who wants to deal with this type of challenge, right? So I don't think James Harden is doing himself a favor after he showed what he did in Houston, exited out of there to Brooklyn, exited out of Brooklyn to Philly, and now he's using Daryl Morey as an excuse to not come back to Philly. Like Kenyon Martin said, if he told you he was going to get a max contract, you should have just knew that he was lying, just being honest with yourself. So I think James Harden really knew that Daryl Morey was lying, and he just said, you know what, if he ends up proving to be a liar, I'm just not going to show up. And so this is what James Harden is accustomed to doing. He's not shy about playing this game. He'll look for an out, and he got that out. When Daryl Morey posed or proposed a deal to him and it didn't fall through, that was the icing on the cake, as evidenced by the remarks he made in response to reporters asking him about his future in Philadelphia.
Fans, man, it's like, just appreciate the support and love, and I mean, it's just definitely a difficult time, but for me, it's just trusting, people that you've known over a decade, and when I got traded here, my whole thing was I wanted to retire a Sixer. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be here and retire a Sixer, and the front office didn't have that in their future plans. You know what I mean? So, like, it's literally out of my control. It's something that I didn't want to happen, in the sense of being in this position. But I got to make a decision for my family. I understand this is a business. You know what I mean? So it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? I come here today, I work my butt off, and do the things necessary as a professional, as I would do and as I've been doing for 15 years.
I think that you and the front had a relationship with Kenyon. Do you think this is something that can be repaired?
No.
And why? Why is that?
When you, and this is not even about this situation, this is in life. Like, when you lose trust in someone, you know what I mean? It's like a marriage. Like, you lose trust in someone, it's like hot, you know what I mean? So, it's pretty simple.
You know what, James Harden, I agree with you. It is pretty simple. And with that logic, it should be simple for you to see that you won't get a max contract, not just with the Philadelphia 76ers, but outside of the Sixers organization. No owner of an NBA team is going to give you a max contract especially after utilizing a playbook that allows you max contracts with limited work ethic and dedication. Will James Harden receive another max contract? And will the Sixers be able to successfully make a deal for James Harden? Make sure y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments section as it relates to those questions, man. This is SmashDaLikeTV. I appreciate everybody for riding with me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely smash that like button. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Peace.